Judge. All right, so I'm a little upset, and you know, when I talk about other people, I got to talk about myself too. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what I do wrong. You know how there's no order of protection against me and my daughter's father or whatever, so I'm supposed to be able to see her freely? Yeah, supposed to. So last time I went over there, I don't know if you heard the video, his mama and his grandmother, and well, he stayed with his grandfather. So the grandfather apparently either called the mama or the mama called the grandfather, however it was, and they made it seem like it was a big deal for me to be around them. When I talked to my lawyer, he told me that it's not really a good idea to actually be around them if that's the type of chaos and problems that's coming about, because I already have a short fuse when it comes to situations surrounding my kids. So when I find, I've been waiting for her to get home since Friday. So she just now got back with her daddy as of today, which is Tuesday. And he sent me a picture. Soon as he sent me the picture, I text him, was just like, tell my baby I'm going to call her. But I thought about it. Now, Judge, you may say that I'm wrong, but you have to hear my side of the story before you can say that I'm wrong. um Let me conduct myself, because this is about my children, and the only thing that makes me emotional is my children. The only thing that I care about are my children. I don't give a doggone about nothing else. That had nothing else, whatever these people made it seem like I cared about, I don't. I care about my kids. I know the surroundings that they are in, or they're not what's best for them. um Shoot, Judge, my oldest daughter, Sanaya, every time I talk to her, she's worried and concerned about her youngest sister, because, you know, that's pretty much like her second mother. Um, my daughter don't go anywhere without her little sister on her hip. That's the reason why she was always going with Mr. Wyatt on the weekend, because they're just attached like that. Matter of fact, my youngest son, Danae, which is my second to my oldest daughter, she always has him. So it's like my two youngest children actually are always they're always being watched by my two daughters. Like, seriously, if you come in my house, you'll see that their rooms are set up to where my oldest daughter, her sister slept with her. My youngest daughter slept with her. When it comes to my youngest son, Danae would be up getting bottles. She would, I mean, whatever needs be for that little boy, she was taking care of it. And they didn't do it because I made them. They didn't do it because I was too drunk or passed out or not at home. No, they did it because that's just what they do. Shoot, I have 5 boys, but my two of the oldest ones got to take care of two of the smaller ones. Not take care of them, but like help them along the way, because I do have 8 children. Most of the time I'm in the house by myself. So it's, like, I raise my children to take care of each other. We are a family. We do that. We take care of each other. So, um, I made a choice today that you may not agree with. And Judge, I'm gonna be honest with you. I necessarily don't really care, because you can only agree to your understanding. So I'm gonna let you understand the reason why I made the choice that I made. Um, whew. I want to see my kids more than anything in this world. I want to be with my kids more than anything in this world. But the last time I went and seen my daughter, she pretty much just ran off on her dad. It was just like, I'm going with my mama. So I got a flashback of me going down there and the same thing happening. But it was different this time, because I wouldn't have been able to take her with me. So I free willingly chose not to go. I free willingly chose not to talk to my daughter either, because she's 3. Judge, she don't understand. She don't understand why she's not at home. And when I did have her, she didn't understand where the hell her siblings were at. Could you just imagine being in a home with 8 kids, and then all of a sudden it's just you and your mama? She was 3. She don't know. She can't comprehend. Um, so I chose the out of sight, out of mind thing. Now with my oldest 6 children, yes, they gonna always have me on the brain, because they need me for a lot of stuff. They talk to me about a lot of things. Even though my youngest of my 6 is just 6, it don't matter. He want to tell me about everything that's going on. He want to tell me things that he may not talk to, them other parents and figures in that household. about. Um, so with them, they're a little bit more understanding. They're a little bit more, they're older. So even if I don't tell them anything, just the fact that I can talk to them is you know something that they can hold on to. I feared of My biggest fear was emotionally getting overwhelmed with my daughter wanting to come home with me, and I have to tell her no, and not being able to explain nothing else besides just no. So if that makes me a bad parent, Judge, then so be it. But I chose to disappoint you and myself before I disappoint my child. It's out of sight, out of mind. You know, December the 5th is not that far away. Now, you finna get some evidence on your desk or whoever you are about me and my kids somewhere in this case when I'm quite sure that I'm not gonna have to wait till December the 5th for this court date. I'm most certainly sure about that. Um, yeah, there's a lot of things I don't say on here. And matter of fact, I had a whole doggone video that I was supposed to be reporting or posting. I guess you would say reporting because that's what I feel like. I'm a news reporter. Because these people come to me for the news to see what they got going on in their doggone life, and I deleted it. I don't even know. I'm gonna give you a little snippet of what I do remember. Um, I got a phone call from a federal agent about some PPP loans or something that somebody had put in my name. The person that they suspect is also the person of interest in this case surrounding my daughter, as well as identity fraud and everything else. They're also connected to an individual that just stood in your face in your courtroom and lied on my name. They're also connected to my son's father. An investigator is also connecting him to a case with, might as well say, home invasion, when my door was kicked in November. They got my phone, and they have been pulling phone records, text messages, inbox messages, and everything else. That's the reason why I ain't really been on here saying too much, because it's not too much that I can say, because that was the whole reason why they started doing this stuff to begin with. And when I was telling these people opening out that I know that y'all stealing this doggone money and yada yada yada, that's the reason why these people started coming to my doggone house. So whatever Mr. Wyatt was saying, that was false. The only reason why I got on there was just like, y'all know where I stay at, because at this point in present moment, these people had already came to my home and harassed me at my home, already vandalized my house or my car or whatever the case may be. So yes, I was already on edge, but he got to understand, or you need to understand. He ain't got to understand nothing. He knew everything that was going on. He just trying to use whatever he can to use against me. Just excuse me, dang. Just so you won't look at him in his situation, but trust and believe. You ain't got to worry about it. It's somebody already looking into him and his situation and his girlfriend, because I reported multiple times about him allowing his girlfriend's son to touch my son's behind, and he still didn't do nothing about it. Yeah, he's also covering up the fact that he's not allowing these people to go and have conversations with my daughter about the case that they have currently open at the moment. Matter of fact, they had to archive the case until the child gets into actual custody of a parent that will allow them to talk to my child and get the case resolved. So they archived the case, but now they open the case with the father. Yeah, because they just like, okay, so what in the world you got to do with this? Blah, I can't say too much. That's all I'm gonna say. This stolen inheritance. I told them multiple times about the stolen inheritance. My lawyer, I can't, I said his name one time before in the video down below, but I'm not just gonna keep on rehearsing things. He's in Eastgate Mall. Mm-hmm. Shoot, I came across him as I was going to the partnership, and I went right on in there, gave him the paperwork, gave him everything that I needed to give him, and told him what was going on. So they can't make it seem like this whole she was talking about some money that's not here. No, judge, they actually stole my doggone money, stole my identification, put PPP loans and stuff in my name, and that was what the federal agent like. The video that I just deleted, it was hella funny. It was hella funny because he was calling me just like, you know, asking some questions. I can't really say too much about what he was asking, and I was sitting there like, sir, I said, you know where I stay at, right? That's income based housing. You know that I still receive food stamps. You know I don't have a vehicle right now. So what in the hell did I do with the damn money if, you know, y'all gave me PPP loans and all the rest of those stuff? Now, I can't, like, Judge, I really can't tell you too much. If me and you were sitting in a doggone room, I would just be going with all the information that I got. I'm talking about just going, just blabbing it all out. But the same people that try to incriminate me are the main ones that's watching me. And you know that now. Well, the feds know that. Chattanooga Police Department knowing that too. And they realize the only reason why they keep a close eye on me and what I'm saying is so they can see how they'll be able to maneuver around so they won't be able to get caught. That's the reason why I learned how to just shut up and keep some juice to myself, which I've always been keeping some juice to myself because I ain't never told these people everything that I know. But I'm just saying, um, they got proof that my son's father actually was texting somebody when he walked in my doggone door about not coming in or something like that. Don't do it or something like that. Mr. Freeman, I don't know what you said, but they know. Yeah, they do because they put it together as well. You asked, was my children at home? You went straight to the doggone bathroom. Then my door was kicked in. You was trying to call it off, wasn't you? And you didn't want to tell me that. Now I'm still upset and hurt that you would even try to attempt to go through with it. That's fucked up. But that's okay. You know, I mean, I can't expect nobody to be loyal to me. And you know what? You can't expect nobody to be loyal to you either. Um, Not if you plan on doing folks the way you was gonna do me. That's crazy. But it is what it is. Um, Now I knew you was a criminal. I just didn't know you was that type of criminal. Like I didn't know you was one of them I'm a knocker person that I used to sleep with off criminal, or collaborate with other people to do so. But they got all the information and all the proof. That's the reason why you can't come around me or nobody that you're related to or anybody else for that matter. Uh, they still don't even know what part my daughter's father actually played in the situation because they know he do play a part in it. He's just not that. It ain't that he that doggone slow. He ain't slow. He something. He knows something because Judge, all three of these men knew about this money. They all knew about it. Shoot, my family knew about it before I did, so they probably already had this stuff plotted out a long time ago. Like before I even got the letter in the mail, type stuff. They knew about it. And then not to mention, ain't no telling how long they've been holding on to some doggone money. Ain't no telling how long they've been holding on to other things because I can't say that, but whatever. My father passed away 11 years ago, and I just got the information about a life insurance policy last year. As you go down and look in the videos down below, the first letter I received was September the 30th, I believe. Then I received another letter in October. Then I received another letter in November. When I received that letter, that's when all hell broke loose because November the 20th, if I'm not mistaken, is when my door was kicked in. And it's been hell ever since. To my car being vandalized, to this stuff would come to me. They wanted to make it seem like I was doggone crazy just to cover up the fact that they were stealing this damn money and people was using my identification, using my social security number, and getting a lot of stuff in my name that I did not approve, forging a lot of things as well as this fake POA over me. My lawyer has uncovered who the lawyer is that got the fake POA over me, and he needs documentation. He needs proof of how he was allowed to do or even give somebody a fake power of attorney over me because I'm supposed to be there. You know, I'm supposed to be able to say, yes, I want this person to be over my money. I was not around. I was not there. I wasn't there when they undid the willing or whatever. I wasn't there for none of that. Like they wasn't gonna tell me nothing. They really did just use the hell out of me though because they had to get my daddy's death certificate, and I was the only person that was able to get it. So that's how they kind of slipped up with that because, they had to end up using me. And that's what it was. They used me to get whatever they needed. And then they was just going to try to kill me off. But you don't believe me? You finna soon get some very, very, very shocking information because the information that I got, Judge, when I say, man, I can't even say I've been in tears today. Like I, you clearly can hear it. I'm still kind of in tears. It hurt. It hurt real bad. These people was just gonna take my life, Judge. My life. Take me away from my kids permanently. And then when that didn't work out, they were just like, well, we finna make it seem like she crazy. We just gonna take the kids. And then they were gonna put me on child support because they knew I had the money. All the while I've been struggling to take care of these kids for 13 doggone years. All over some money. Like, I feel so damn used right now. I'm not supposed to be telling you all this. Shoot, I ain't supposed to be saying it at all because it's supposed to be a shock to these doggone people in the back. It's still gonna be a shock because when these folks come and knock at their doggone door, I told them in the videos down below, wherever my kids are, that oh, they coming. Oh, they show coming. Everybody finna be questioning about this situation, especially after they called me and got my approval that no, this wasn't me. No, I was not there. No, I didn't know about this bank account. No, because they trying to figure out why I'm paying prepaid lights when, like I said in the videos down below, the account with my name on it that I don't have access to. You got way too much money in it for me to even be sitting in the home without no actual lights. I'm paying oh baby, I got lights, but still I'm paying prepaid lights for no reason when I have enough money to actually pay the account off and some. They trying to figure out why I'm walking and don't have a car. That's the reason why I wasn't really just tripping about the situation and how I've been living because had I came into some money, even if it was just my income tax check that I've been waiting on for the longest, now I could have been wrong about that because they said when you mail it in, it may take up to 5 or 6 months. So I could possibly end up getting that within the next week or so. Cool, whatever. But if I would have came into any other money, then the feds probably would have arrested me. They probably would have because I'm supposedly owed for PPP loans that I didn't even sign up for. I ain't never ever got no loan. Like, only thing I ever got a loan on was a car that I owned, and it was like a title loan. And trust me, if I ain't paid them, they came and got my car. It was just that was what it is, and you'll be able to see that in my record. Where the feds was able to see that too, because I had two repossessions on the vehicle. One I ended up going and getting all the money for and getting it back, and the other one I just said forget it because my transmission was already slipping, and somebody was using the hell out of my doggone car, and I'm just like, you know what, shit, I'm gonna see how you gonna be able to get to where you gonna get to without using my doggone vehicle. So I wasn't really, tripping off of that too much. Um, I was a little upset because they came and got my vehicle, and I forgot about all the actual possessions that I had in there, the stuff for my kids and things like that. But it's okay, you know, you win some, you lose some. Uh, I'm really only supposed to be telling you about a decision that I decided to make when it came to coming to see or going to see my daughter. Like I said, I'd rather disappoint you. I'd rather disappoint myself than to disappoint my child. Out of sight, out of mind. She don't understand, and I refuse to tell my daughter no. I would have broke all kind of laws today. And I text her father and I let her know. Well, let him know that. And all I said was kiss my baby. And they'll be home soon. Now, once again, the information that you finna get about these plots on my doggone life and the fact that I was not lying, even though I didn't tell you that in court because you probably would have thought I was crazy as hell. Like, these people had to do their doggone job first before I can come to you and tell you stuff like that. Matter of fact, I didn't even want it to come from my mouth. I wanted it to come from an actual reliable source because you don't know me and you probably would have thought I was crazy. But no, these people had to do their job. And after they got my phone information, them inbox messages, they seen whoever was contacting me, whoever they was contacting, I'm talking about it was like a group. They put it all together like a group. And they came to me and was just like, Shelly, you wasn't lying. Ma'am, you were actually telling the truth and we're sorry. I took the apology because I'm just like, well, you didn't know. I mean, that's Judge, when I say triggers, I've been working on them triggers. And boy, I really wanted to be like, now hell, now I went in line and y'all want to do y'all. I wanted to do all that, but at the end of the day, shoot, at least it's better late than never. At least they found out the truth. At least I ain't got to sit here and keep on watching my doggone back no more. Because the same way I was watching my back, the same way these other folks gonna have to start watching their back. Because the lies, you can't cover them up no more. Especially surrounding my doggone kids. This woman been this here woman, been a very decent mother all these years, ups and downs, all the BS that folks and took her through and everything else, and then all of a sudden she ended up getting some information about some doggone life insurance policy money. That's when people talking to other people that she don't even talk to about the doggone money. That's when folks is asking her questions that they would never ask. Then her doges end up being kicked in. Then my food stamps was cut off out of nowhere. I had just turned in my doggone paperwork, and then all of a sudden that was cut off. Then they trying to figure out why the hell my Section 8 voucher say Shelley Christian, well, Shelley Wyatt. But you know the little card that they give you, and Judge, I only get $60 on a damn card a month. Supposed to be for utility help. It's in Shelley Christian, and I'm just like, I don't understand none of this stuff. Like they just been a lot of people been playing around with my doggone name, my identification, my social security number, and that's what's finna get them all caught. Cause I don't do nothing as far as the bank accounts and everything else. Them PPP loans, whoo wee, whoo wee. But you know, my son's father actually did not believe that. Matter of fact, Judge, I'm gonna be real with you. He believed that I was stealing some money from him, and that's the reason why he grouped up with some other individuals in order to steal my money from me. And they did that shit on purpose and not understanding. That's what got his ass in trouble. Yeah. So you want to know the frustration between me and him when it really wasn't supposed to be none? When I was trying to tell him that these people were stealing his money. But see, what they don't understand is he don't have no money left. That's the reason why they tried to get him on the team with them to steal my money and try to make it seem like I was stealing his money. Because they had already used his before I even notified him about the stolen money. So he has no money left. And now everybody finna have to figure out how they gonna pay me my money back that they was over here just pinching off of. Everybody was just pinching off my stuff, and I'm just like, well, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. But see, I could have helped him find some more money. I could have. Because with this recent death in his family that just happened, you know, he inherited some stuff from that too. He probably would have never figured that out, and nobody else would have. It just so happened that's kind of like one of my professions. I actually dig up old inheritance and stuff, and I give it to its rightful owner. That's what I've been doing when it comes to me. All my home. I say my one home, but it's actually more than one. My grandmother's home that she owned too, that was supposed to be going to my father, which was supposed to be going to me. You know, things that you inherit and what goes down. Not to mention my Aunt Mary. No, not the one high priestess intuition. I'm talking about my actual Aunt Mary. Her name is Mary Smith. I inherited things from her as well. I inherited things from Dallas's mother, which he don't even know because I was sitting right there with her when she put me in my kids in the doggone wheel. Because at first it was just her kids. Well, when his father passed away, that's when she changed her will. And he trying to make it seem like I didn't know nothing about it, which I knew. I'm just not a money hungry person. So it was just like, well, you know, legally, when you find out about the money, you were supposed to be letting me know because we are still legally married, Judge. And that was his whole plot behind the situation too. Like, as long as I don't have the kids or something like that, he don't have to whatever. And then I think the only way that he's able to keep the money, from my understanding, because she told me that if me and him ever got divorced, then most of his share, half of what she was going to give to him, was actually going to go to my children because she already told him when I found out that I was pregnant with our first child that half of his paycheck was going to go to me anyway for the child. So she still made sure she put that in writing, even about the money that she was giving him. So half of whatever he was going to get, if me and him ever got divorced or separated, then the children would take his half. So meaning whatever she gave me, whatever she gave my kids, we would have that. Whatever she gave him, that would be cut in half, and he would have to give it. That's the reason why he wanted to continuously hold on to me in a marriage, even though we wasn't together. His girl don't even know that, and